Hey, this is your one and only warning. Viewer discretion is advised. If there's little children in the room, put your fingers in their ears. Alright, so we just watched something hilarious.
Really, Brett? Really? Are we getting to you? Are we really pissing you off?
Dude,
Because
we haven't even put out the video series yet. We haven't even started, and he's already bothered by us. That is what I find hilarious. That he's attacking us with unlegitimate claims, by the way. I'm not in it for the money. I don't care about the money. I don't care about the fame. What I care about is the truth.
yep,
That's it. Because
yep.
as someone who's a man of evidence, science, all that fucking matters is the truth. And we're going to show everybody the truth.
Hey,
That's it.
Brett. Hey, Brett. At least we're true atheists. We never turn back to God like you did. Oops, I let the cat out of the bag. Oops.
Yeah, one of our videos we found. I have it saved on my
Oh
computer.
yes,
It's not going anywhere.
Brett King.
Um,
Brett King found Jesus.
yep. After the right after, surprisingly, the donations from the atheist community ran out, or they just didn't come in as quickly as he hoped, and he turned to Jesus, saying, making a deal that if the Christian community had donated to him more than anyone else, he would turn to God and try to defend him. Actually, there's a couple of videos about that, but yeah.
Oh yeah, to anybody who is listening to this, mirror this. Brett King's already threatened us. We have proof that Brett King has bots. We have proof that his webpage, the channels where the people have subscribed to him, are all fakes. Out of out of 170 pages, there's only 16 people actually registered to Brett King's website. We have valid proof. We have valid proof that Brett King is all this in a bag of cookies. You can't stand it, Brett, can you? You can't stand it that when people of science in an open mind find evidence, when we find that evidence, we're
Which,
gonna.
by the way, that makes it understandable why you would attack Happy Cabby for having that straight dope video. The most criminating evidence of all, the most substantial evidence of all, the ones that no one could refute. Even you couldn't come up with some bullshit to refute it with. But let me tell you how many bots there are. I actually did the math. If there's 25 people per page. There's 170 pages. Doing the math, that equals to 4,250. We take away the 16 we actually did find, but I actually did find his judgment actually did go through each page looking for actual people. So he didn't find anyone but 16. Doing the math, now there's 4,234 bots total.
So everybody out there, I will tell you guys something. This goes out to Captain Obvious. Think about it. Think about what I'm saying right now. Who benefited out of the little war between me and you? Brett. $5 saying that Brett King flagged your woman's video because I never got to see it. When Brett finally told me and Will on Skype that there was a video up about me, when I went to go look at it, it was already flagged down. By that later on that night, one of my videos was flagged down. Okay.
And his account got suspended for 2 weeks.
Yes, and that's right after I told Brett I already had one strike on one of my videos. And then by Saturday afternoon, the 15th, my account I was locked out of my account for
But
2
what?
weeks.
But if you remember what happened right after this event, it turned the attention away from the person. It turned the attention away from Brett Keane towards everyone else, and making us a fight amongst ourselves, so that way we would not coalesce together to show the true stripes of said Brett King.
It makes me sick on what he has put out there. It's made me sick to my fucking core. I don't care if I'm cussing on this because it can be put out there. We're
Well,
not
cussing isn't
monetizing this.
actually against the rules.
We're not monetizing this. We're not going to make a dime on this. We're bringing Brett King down, and we're going to prove what everybody else has said about him. We have said we have more
Actually,
evidence.
if we monetize it, it's because we want to prevent Brett King from taking it down. If we monetize the series, if Brett King tries to take down the videos, we will have accumulated losses. Therefore, we could sue him for doing that, for unjustly DMCing it or flagging it down. We can actually sue for accumulated losses.
But I just want everybody to know Brett King pushed me into that fight. He sat there in Skype conversations, not only with myself, but with William. And I guarantee you, Brett, you recorded them, didn't you? But you're going to edit out the stuff that you said towards me, right? Because that's how you are. You love to manipulate the
Well,
system.
don't give him ideas. I mean, he's
But
dangerous enough.
but Captain Obvious, Brett King, he literally got me into a feeding frenzy before that Google Live hangout, dude. He did.
At no point, if he really was trying to talk to you, why did he bring up everything against you or make tons of videos? If he really wanted to talk to you, why make an open letter? There was plenty of ways to still communicate with you without doing that.
And what it was, Brett kept on pushing it. Kept on pushing it. It's kind of funny that Brett kept wanting to talk to me on Skype by myself to get my ego, get my blood boiling. And yes, he did. I was manipulated. We were all manipulated. It's Brett King's big fucking game. He
And the
thinks he
show will not go on.
Brett King has sit here and tormented people. Brett King has sit here and he's fucked every single fucking one of us over. Captain Obvious, I am sorry. I am truly sorry for what I said and what I did. I was pushed into that. I was manipulated into saying those things. But you gotta think of something, Cap. When your thing went down like it did, bro, I didn't do it. I swear to God, I didn't do it. You can ask William. We were on Skype together that night. We were trying to try to fathom what was going on, dude. I swear to God. I have nothing to lie about. Brett King Brett King came to us and he was saying that your fiance, which I do apologize, Lily. I apologize for calling you those names. I am truly sorry. I am I can't even forgive myself for what had happened. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. After I realized what I did and what I said, I was gonna go on there and make a video, but my account was closed. Brett knew I was gonna do that. Brett knew I was gonna sit there and make an apology video because I was wrong. I was dead wrong about what I said about you and Captain Obvious. I am so sorry from the bottom of my heart. I am truly sorry. I did not want to do those things, but he had me so riled up. You guys can understand where I'm coming from on this. You guys can understand that me being at my psychological problems, I'm easy to be manipulated. And Brett King did that to me. He sat there and he tried to control what I was saying. Because if you guys noticed in that Google Hangout, not once did Brett try to stop me. He fueled my anger. He fueled it. He made me have a bloodlust. And Captain, if you want to know why I was mad at you, I was more mad at the fact on how you handled that video. It wasn't because of what happened to Brett. I didn't even know you and him were fighting until like later on that afternoon on the 10th. because that morning it was the press conference from Microsoft. I was more worried about that than I was worried about anything else. And that evening, I saw your video. I was heartbroken on how you handled it. That's why I said you lost my respect. Not because of what happened with Brett. It's because I was a cutter. I know how it is, how hard it is to get help. All I was saying is because how you guys were approaching it hurt me. That's why I was mad. It wasn't because of what happened to Brett. It wasn't because of that. Believe me, it wasn't. It was because how you handled it. And I'm sorry that I called you all those names. I am truly sorry. Deep down in my heart, I wish I could take it back, but I know I can't. But I'm gonna be damned if Brett King is gonna have anything about your daughter up on his website. When I found out about that, Captain, I contacted you on Twitter. Dude, me and William want to take this son of a bitch down, and by God, we're taking this son of a bitch down. So, Brett, if you're listening to this, go ahead, flag me, flag William. We'll have more accounts just like you. You don't even know how many fucking YouTube accounts I have, you fucking son of a bitch. When you sit there.
But yeah, we're both partners, so we can dispute the claims just as easily.
And I see
So
that
if you
Dr.
try, there will be no justification at all.
And don't worry, Brett, we also got a website that we're building. Just like you, homie G. You know, it's kind of funny. You know, you sit there and you were defending Onision, and when Onision put on his little tweet towards you, fat man, God, you're younger than I am and you're going gray. You pathetic piece of shit.
Hey,
Sitting there.
keep it civil so we
You
don't get incited.
I'm gonna tell you something, Brett. I am the one person you've never come across. I was manipulated for nearly 13 years, old man. Yeah, you might be younger than me. But I spent the rest of my life up to this point saying I would never, ever be manipulated again. And I was manipulated. So guess what, Brett? I will not rest. If it takes to my dying day to make sure that you'll never be on the internet again, then so be it. You want blood? You got it. You want to fight? You got the whole world of YouTube against you. You got your little website with your little bots and your little friends. Guess what? I think right now I'm earning a lot of respect from people for standing up to you. So, Brett, you might have an army of bots, but I'm a part of a bigger army. Everybody who hears this, tweet this out. It's time to stop Brett King.
We'll have one video out per week, and we will show every bit of evidence that we have ever compiled, every single bit. That concludes the Rebel Network for today. Fight on, rebels, fight on.